Why you dey buy fake product, Make you dey careful, no go damage your life. You've got one life to live.
Buy original.
You should know where to go. The SON. Don't touch, don't touch.
It's fake.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It's bad.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It hurts.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It destroys.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It kills.
You should know where to go. The SON.
Standards Organization of Nigeria, improving lives through standards.
It's about that time of the year when people move from one location to another to be with their loved ones. It's obvious that the most preferred and popular means of transportation is by road. On this week's edition, we shall be taking a look at one of the components of a vehicle, the tire, with special focus on the quality of this life-endangering product. SON impounds substandard storage tank in Lagos as some manufacturers of goods in the south of the country laud government support through the SON to grow their businesses. A warm welcome to Standard and You, Africa's authoritative program on television on product quality and safety. Standard and You is an initiative of the SON brought to you every Monday at 6:30 p.m. on the Nigeria Television Authority, the NTA. Please, as always, accept the warm greetings of the Director General of the agency, management and hardworking staff of the Standards Organization of Nigeria. Season's greetings to you, our esteemed viewers. My name is Ifeoma Okonkwo. Sit back, relax and enjoy the program. I'll be back shortly.
The speed at which they attend to you, the follow-up is also very important, which is lacking. I can tell you that there is no system in this country whereby after they've attended to you, they also call you back and say, I hope everything is okay. I have not seen till today.
Choose life and live. Buy original. Be original. SON.
Welcome back and thanks for joining us on the program. Let's start the program by telling you that the Standards Organization of Nigeria has impounded a substandard storage vessel in Apapa, Lagos. The agency's head of LPG Group, Nwoma Oluje, who disclosed this in Lagos, told Standard and You that investigations are ongoing to track the importer of the pressure vessel.
Every importer that wants to import LPG equipment must come to Standards Organization of Nigeria and obtain an approval to import that equipment. This approval will enable you to obtain an import permit. We don't want the LPG equipment to go through the product certificate and some cap. It goes through the import permit, and with the import permit, you will not obtain your SUNCAP certificate. So this equipment, as you see on the truck, came in without the requisite documents. That's why it's here.
You're watching Standard and You, and nice to have you on the program. The Standards Organization of Nigeria, the SON, has been commended for providing local manufacturers the much needed support in the area of quality assurance to grow their businesses. Some local producers of goods in the country gave this commendation against the backdrop of government's renewed commitment to provide a conducive environment for the development and growth of Nigeria industrial sector. I visited some local entrepreneurs in Calabar, Cross River State, Uyo in Akwa Ibom, and Ota in Ogun State, and brought back this report. Please take a listen.
It's an important sector of the Nigerian economy. This is because it has huge potential for wealth and job creation if properly harnessed. With a population of over 200 million, the rich human and natural resources, Nigeria, no doubt, is an investor's delight. However, certain factors have continued to threaten the growth of the nation's manufacturing sector, even as successive governments make frantic efforts at revitalizing the industry for optimal benefits.
Government policies are such that they are always dynamic, okay? And we look at it, some of us that are industrial look at it as an engagement thing. Government cannot be 100% right, we cannot be 100% right, but we always have to find a middle ground. Because you have to realize that every administration makes decisions in their own terms that they feel is good for the economy. Now, it is always a situation where we have to engage them, to tell them, look, this is a fine policy, but it needs a little bit of fine-tuning. Sometimes they listen, sometimes they don't. But we have to live with it. Okay? We cannot give up. And criticizing them doesn't solve any problem, because we have a country to build.
The sector has been characterized by high import content, the bulk of which investigations by the Standards Organization of Nigeria have revealed are fake or substandard products. This development has forced operators, especially owners of small and medium enterprises, SMEs, to what economic experts describe as unfair competition and faking of selling brands. To stand the test of this challenge, some manufacturers have decided to take the issue of quality seriously by taking advantage of the services of the Standards Organization of Nigeria. For instance, when owners of products in Ota, Ogun State, southwest Nigeria, ventured into the production of biscuits in 2003, the market was saturated with all kinds of biscuits imported into Nigeria. Driven by the passion to succeed, owners of the company aligned with the Standards Organization of Nigeria to concentrate on the development of quality brand.
We work with SON along the way, from the inception of the product to the final conclusion. We work with them. We follow all the parameters, and then we now add our own ideal of quality. So SON, in terms of giving us the proper certification, also provide us enormous guidance to make sure that we do the right thing.
Through a lot of hard work and commitment to excellence, that small venture has metamorphosed into a global brand, providing employment to thousands of young people.
Promoting our young people, okay, it's a deliberate strategy, because they are the most disadvantaged in terms of employment. People ask them for experience, people ask them for references. We're not looking for that. We are looking for very good young Nigerians, so we can give them a platform to transit from that secondary school life to a life of responsibility.
What we have done as Standards Organization of Nigeria is to monitor their production processes to the extent that we are able to certify about 90% of their products. Now you can see, from one plant, they are able to move to the second plant, meaning that the customers are happy with their product. If this product were not certified and we cannot guarantee the quality, people will have abandoned it. But it shows that the product is selling and the company is growing. So what I want to bring to Nigerians is quality is key to progress. And if you can listen to our Director General, Osita Aboloma, you will know that anytime he speaks, he says something that SON is a vanguard for trade facilitation.
In Calabar and Uyo, it's the same success story, as most manufacturers laud the business support initiatives of the Standards Organization of Nigeria.
The first time we had encounter with SON, we were thinking that SON is mainly for witch hunting. When they come around, we used to be very scared, and sometimes we try to prevent them from entering the premises. Then we never knew what they were meant to do. They were able to come down and then spoke to us like friends, sat us down to explain to us that this is what SON means. That some of the things we are doing we might be doing it ignorant, which is adversely affecting ourselves. That they are not coming here to close the place, they are coming here to guide us on what to do.
I really appreciate SON. Why? They did not look at us as being too small, or they did not look at us as people that didn't need to be encouraged. when they saw us, they took us up, came closer to us, checked our processes, checked the things that we are doing, and gave us very useful guidelines on how we can grow and keep more healthy standards to help the company to get to where it is today. From time to time, they come around, check the things we are doing, understand, give us guidelines on how we can do better.
For most operators of business in Calabar and Uyo, the Standards Organization of Nigeria has continued to demonstrate commitment to standardization and quality assurance, which has translated into huge benefits to not just owners of businesses, but consumers of goods.
They have been trying to do some things we thought we know more than them, trying to give us some level of education on how to carry out production, so as to arrive to a better result. They came and, tried to advise us that this kind of sand may not be okay. Since then we dropped it, and with that we see a better quality. Types of water, things like that. So many things that constitutes to the production of the blocks.
SOM for us is a must do, because if you want to stay on top of your game, quality assurance has to be the watchword. Apart from the Naira and Kobo that is going to attract, because people are likely to come to you when they are assured of the quality of your product. The other thing again is that the society is also recognizing you for service delivery.
Available statistics by the SON reveal that more products have attained the SON MANCAP certificate, a reflection of manufacturers' commitment to acceptable standards and global practices.
Like about 4 companies were certified before I came in here. But presently, we have certified about 15 companies in addition to the 4 I met on ground. As we are talking to you, in the Product Certification Directorate, about 15 more companies are about to be certified in the next few weeks. And about 15 more companies are undergoing certification process.
At the time I came, we forged forward, and at present we have more than 46 products that were certified within these 4 years.
Awareness on the imperatives of standards within Calabar and Uyo and its surrounding communities have been impressive, as explained by some residents of the 2 state capitals.
It's been top-notch. Where you have non-conformity, someone is never shy to point it out. Permit me to say, it's one of the few government parastatal that does its job really. I've said it over and again that I think we need to begin to also certify some of these other parastatals. Let's certify them so that they can begin to behave like a standard organization of Nigeria. So for me, it's really the way to go when you want to adhere to best practices and global way of doing things. There's no shortcut to anywhere that is worth going in this life. So you have to do things properly.
Yeah, they are doing well in Nigeria. Like they check some goods that are original and standard in Nigeria. They are very okay.
They are working, they are okay because they are checking some standard good. If they didn't, some people will run our economy by bringing some standard good in Nigeria.
As government continue to evolve policies that will create a viable and conducive environment for industries to thrive, manufacturers, experts believe, must embrace quality and produce goods of acceptable standards that can compete with those imported into the country. It's one sure way to stem the tide of fake or substandard products into Nigeria.
What more can I say? Quality product sells anywhere in the world, regardless of any kind of challenge. We urge our manufacturers and those importing goods into the country to do it right. Be quality conscious and help reduce fake and substandard products in the country. It's barely 2 weeks to Christmas, and that period where more people move from one location to another, especially by road. Our next story is on one of the important components of a vehicle, the tire, with focus on the quality of the product as part of measures to avert road crashes resulting from the use of substandard tires. Please take a look.
It's a ring-shaped rubber fitted into the wheels of a vehicle. It's the only point of contact between your vehicle and the road. Tires provide grip for braking and acceleration, maintain steering and directional control, supports the weight of the vehicle, and act as a shock absorber for vibrations from the road. This important part of a vehicle are in different sizes and brands. Investigations by the SON revealed that the bulk of the products in the country are imported from other parts of the world, especially China.
We have Michelin, Dunlop, Mark 6, then we have CST, we have Pirelli, we have Pressa, we have Accelera, then Double King, Joy Road, and so on and so forth.
More than half of these tires are used, popularly known in the country as Tokumbo tire.
I buy brand new tires.
Not brand new. Tokumbo.
Two are brand new, two are not.
When I Tokumbo would they buy?
According to the Standards Organization of Nigeria, used tire has no standard and is not acceptable in Nigeria. This is because it's expired and dangerous.
Used tires are contraband. You know, we don't allow used tires at all. So anybody importing used tires, if we see the tires, we seize them and destroy them.
The Tokumbo tire is condemned because it is a total risk. The most important part of a vehicle is the tire, because that is the life. It is the one that is in contact with the ground that you are. So if you don't have a good one, you are merely risking your life.
A tire has a lifespan of 4 years, whether used or not, and it's considered as a life-endangering product.
In Nigeria here, the lifespan of tires is 4 years. You count the 4 years from the date of manufacture. The date of manufacture is on the tire, represented with 4 digits. You know, represented 4 digits. When you see these 4 digits, the first 2 digits represent the week of the year. So assuming it is 12, the first 2 digits 1, 2. It means 12th week of the year. Then the last 2 digits means the year. If it's 09, it means 2009. If it's 18, it means 2018. So it's very important to note the date of manufacture of the tire.
The tire is affected by level of wear and tear, mechanical faults, and the bad roads. I asked SON's Director Enforcement what really makes a tire substandard and what are possible signs to indicate the product is in bad shape and no longer safe for use.
When you see bulges on tires, when you see dents on tires, when you see that these tires have been damaged in one way or the other, you know, then these tires are bad. And there are some tires that are dead on arrival. Dead on arrival, when you see stuffed tires, some people bring in stuffed tires. When we see these stuffed tires, we don't even compromise. You know, we don't look twice to know that these stuffed tires that are bad already. Because the process of stuffing and unstuffing damages the tires.
Apart from encouraging manufacturers of the products to be quality conscious, the Director, Inspectorate and Compliance explained that the agency will continue to deploy strategies to check the influx of used tires into Nigeria. The agency has seized and destroyed significant volume of used tires and will continue to ensure that dealers and importers conform to standards.
When we see any container carrying like used tires or even new tires, we check the documents. Are they coming with the right documents? Are they coming with sun cap? If they come with sun cap, fine. We'll still check the tires, whether they have complied. You know, we send samples to the lab, wait for the lab results to come and, you know, to come out. But if they are stopped, we seize it outrightly. Destruction of substandard tires, we cannot play with that. Because when a tire is substandard, we must destroy it. Because the life of a Nigerian is worth more than 10 containers of tire or 100 containers of tire. So we are not looking at the value of the tires when it comes to lives and properties. So any tire that is bad, we destroy it. You know, it's very important. And destroying it, we don't burn. We don't burn because of air pollution.
He advised consumers to buy brand new tires certified by SON from only reputable dealers and jettison the erroneous belief by many that a used imported tire is more durable than a brand new one. Owners of vehicles, especially commercial drivers, are expected to do the following. Check your tire pressure regularly. Do not overinflate or underinflate your tire. Inspect your tires regularly. Do not overload your vehicle. Keep your wheel balanced and aligned. Observe good driving habits and obey traffic rules and regulations. Drive safe to stay alive this Christmas.
The Standards Organization of Nigeria, SON, brings a new lease of life to Nigerian SMEs. SON has put a greater premium on developing standards aimed at improving the exports of the nation's food and cash crops. This explains why we have developed more standards for Nigeria's produce like sesame, cocoa, garri, and more, courtesy our accredited state-of-the-art laboratories. In keeping with the federal government's ease of doing business, SON has simplified its processes and turnaround time for SunCap and ManCap to reduce substandard products and legal arm to prosecute offenders. Join the Standards Organization of Nigeria in ridding our nation of substandard goods due to consistent market surveillance and raids. See something, say something. The Standards Organization of Nigeria, improving life through standards.
Hello and nice to have you on the feedback segment of the program. I am Halimot Osifo. When we talk about patriotism, what comes to your mind? Do you think of laying down your life for the country? Do you show love, loyalty, and devotion to Nigeria? Patriotism is about doing your best and contributing your quota to make Nigeria a country of our dream. Standards Organization of Nigeria is a government agency saddled with the responsibility of protecting Nigerians from fake and substandard products. We have resolved as the SON to rid the markets of fake and substandard products and stop at nothing in helping consumers get value for their money. As a consumer, do you insist on quality and report cases of substandard products to the Standards Organization of Nigeria? What about you, the manufacturer or importer? Are you patriotic enough to ensure consumer satisfaction through the quality and safety of your products? To be a patriot, you don't have to carry a rifle and go to the war front. All you have to do is play your part in making Nigeria a better place. Nasiru Ibrahim says, I bought a set of kitchenwares from one Egyptian. They moved from house to house to sell the products. My wife told me that she watched a program on NTA where SON warned Nigerians to desist from buying the products. Yes, that's true. Recently, the Standards Organization of Nigeria apprehended some Egyptians who were caught selling imported substandard kitchenwares. They have been arrested and the products have been seized. Olaiwala Malik from Ibadan says, I love your program. Thank you so much, Olaiwala. It's nice to hear from you. Mike from Kaduna says, please, how can we identify a gas cylinder that is not good? A lot of ways. First, you need to check the information on the gas cylinder. Ensure that it is not an expired cylinder. Remember, LPG cylinder expires 15 years after the manufacturing date. So ensure you do not buy LPG cylinder that is not expired. And then you check for the registration number. Check for the certification marks as well. John Daniel says, where is your office in Niger State? Alright, SON Niger State office is opposite Government Day Secondary School, Boso Road, Mina. Abdulkarim from Maiduguri says, Standards Organization of Nigeria has put more effort than before. May God help them. Thank you so much. It's nice to hear from you. Akinjayola from Abuja says, well done. I always enjoy your TV program that you show every Monday. Thank you so much, Akin. Keep watching. John says, what are the process to standardize wall paints and industrial paints generally? For any information about standards, you can check our website at www.son.gov.ng or you go to any of SON's offices near you. Ade Osanyide from Lagos says, I always enjoy watching your program. Thank you so much, Ade. It's nice to hear from you. God's Power from Nasarawa says, Standards Organization of Nigeria is really doing very well. I love this program. May God bless Nigeria. God bless Nigeria. Thank you so much. It's nice to hear from you. And that's the much we can take on the feedback segment of the program. Keep your messages coming in with your full name and location to the number 0705972445. Follow us on Facebook at Standard and You, Instagram and Twitter at Standard and You _. Remember, we have a vibrant YouTube channel where you can watch previous episodes online at youtube.com/Standard and You. Don't just view, like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. As always, buy original, sell authentic, and use only the best. Bye for now.
Why you dey buy fake product, make you dey careful, no go damage your life. You've got one life to live.
Buy original.